you say Mitrovic better than Harry Kane?
No, I wouldn't say that. But I think there's definitely an argument to say that performance-wise,
This season.
he might have edged Kane, but I think Kane's got maybe one or two more than him. But I mean, he's almost on double figures, and no one thought that he'd get that for Fulham this season.
Yeah.
I mean, I think the last time they came up, he struggled. And then
3 goals.
Three goals.
Awful,
Then they
yeah.
got
I think
relegated.
he's got 9 now.
He's got 9 goals, and then he broke the record in the Championship.
Yeah.
And I think he got
44 or something.
44 goals.
Ridiculous.
So I would actually say he has been the second best striker this season because, you know, Kane being 1 goal ahead of him at Tottenham is a little bit, you know, Fulham. But it's going to be an interesting game today because, you know, seeing City last week with no Haaland, they looked quite ordinary, I thought, against Leicester. So it'd be interesting if Fulham can trouble them today and
I think
maybe take points.
Muscle memory for City, isn't it? Like, they always want to ping the ball into Haaland. They're very direct. If they get the ball in the right half space, they're crossing it straight for him. They're always looking for him. Sometimes they're avoiding a better option in a teammate because they want to get the ball to Haaland so much. So when he's not there, it's like, oh, damn, what do we do? Whereas before, City could play Gundogan up top. You know, it doesn't matter. They're still going to be fine.
But I said this at the beginning of the season with City. Because Haaland is such a phenomenon, they will become very reliant on playing the way he plays.
Yeah,
naturally, because you know you ping a ball up to a guy who scored 15 goals in 11 games or whatever in the Premier League. Is it
17 is on.
17 goals.
Yeah.
And you become reliant on it. Give the ball to him, he's going to score.
Yeah.
Whereas before, you know, when they had Jesus and Sterling, and they were sort of interchanging that sort of striker position and sort of free roaming really between the front three and Mahrez and all them guys, they had to find a different way to break teams down. Now, get to this season, your focal point is the best in my opinion at the moment. He's the best in the world. He's the best in the world at scoring goals, and you become very reliant on that. When he's not playing well, if he gets injured, which he has had that, they could struggle, and they've lost a couple of games this season, even with him.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's quiet at Anfield.
Yeah, very quiet. At Anfield. And in the cup game as well, the trophy, the Charity
I,
Shield.
I wouldn't even say it was quiet at Anfield. I just think Gomez and Van Dijk were ridiculously good.
Yeah.
I think he tried.
Goal! That's a goal!
Wow! Equalised.
Tavernier.
Bloody hell!
Equalised. Who would have thought
Tavernier.
it? Unbelievable
Wow. 6
response.
minutes in, is it?
6 minutes
7
in. Wow, the Cherries have got a goal back, and it's, you know what, the Tavernier family have got, you know, good footballing pedigree sons there, because James Tavernier regularly gets 20 goals a season for Rangers from
He's not
free
played
kicks,
right back
penalties.
as well
he
for
does,
his
he plays
penalties.
right
Yeah,
back.
Patelli, isn't it?
Choupo
First game.
Moting scoring
Yes.
again, by the way.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
He's
Moting,
keeping
oh, for
Mane
Bayern
and
Munich,
and
yeah.
Sané
New
out of the
contract.
team. I know.
Bloody
It's
hell.
unbelievable.
From Stoke to Bayern
Do you know
Munich.
who else scored? We was talking about earlier. It was Connor Wickham. Do you remember him?
Oh,
Forest
yeah.
Green. He got 2
Rovers.
goals
Is that
today
who
and a
he plays
2-0
for?
win.
Mate,
Yeah.
he scored from the halfway line today against South Shields.
Yeah,
FA Cup.
South Shields.
He
That sounds
scored
like,
again. He scored again.
He's just
Choupo-Moting.
scored again. 2 in 2 minutes for
Oh my
Eric
days.
Maxim Choupo-Moting. The kid's on fire. Well, he's not really a kid.
He's not really a
he's
kid.
getting on.
Just me. He's old as hell.
Wow, that is incredible.
Stoke City
Who
Regent.
scored the first goal?
Was he,
might have a
playing
hat-trick.
for Stoke when Tony Pulis was there? Is
And a
this
goal for Wolves! Oh my goodness, they are flying in this
Jesus.
afternoon on the Saturday Football Show. 12 minutes in, we've had a goal every 3 minutes at this rate, and it's Gonzalo Guedes.
Also,
we were talking about this.
while you're here, we've got to bring up this
He's got again.
Will Grigg is on fire. He scored 2 in 1 minute.
2 goals in 1 minute. How's that possible?
How is that even making sense?
You know what we need to bring up if we're talking about Arsenal? Nicky's prediction of Jesus with his goals, because now it's starting
was
to
there
make
for that,
sense.
Nicky. That was.
Can you remind me? 'Cause I
What was
heard-
the prediction?
what was it?
Everybody was talking about
Do
it.
you
And
know
they were
what?
like,
Right now,
what?
it doesn't seem as mad.
Yeah, it doesn't.
was
That's
it?
why.
What
That's
was
why I
it?
bring it
Go
up
on,
in
Nicky.
defence of Nicky.
I
What
said
was
he
your
wouldn't
prediction?
score 10 goals this season.
You would
What, 10
score
league
10.
goals or in all comp?
No, 10 league goals.
What's he on now? 5.
He will
He's on
get
5.
that.
I still think he'll get
He
10.
got 5.
But if he gets like
He
11,
got
12.
5 in the first sort
No,
of...
you got 2 in that game that you
Yeah, the game when I said it.
But if he ends on 11, 12, you don't look like a madman.
No, you
No,
don't.
I don't. Listen,
I get your point. I do
even
get
though
your point.
you know, people were saying to me on that show, he'll get them by the end of August. We're at the World Cup now. He's still got the same amount of goals that he had on that day. You know what I mean? But regardless of his goal scoring, he's fantastic. He's been
he is a very good
fantastic
player.
for
really is a
Arsenal. He's
special,
phenomenal.
special player. I do believe that. How happy are you with him at Arsenal?
I'm very happy with him after having, a fading Aubameyang and Lacazette and Eddie Nketiah, I think he's been a breath of fresh air. He's transformed us. I do think he needs to score more goals, though, because he is missing clear
I watched
chances
Wrighty
as well.
last week talking in the punditry, and Wrighty's one of the few pundits I
love
actually
Wrighty.
have to listen to, especially when he's talking about Arsenal, because he knows Arsenal inside out.
Yeah.
And he's dropping too deep. He was saying
Definitely.
he's dropping too deep.
Too
He's
eager.
trying to too eager. Yeah, trying to.
Too
you know,
eager.
you want if he can score goals. Jesus can score goals, but this is the reason why I said I didn't think he would score 10, because he does too much else. Do you know what I mean? He's always doing something else, even in the Man City team. But he can be a good goal scorer. He's a good. You see the goal. What was the last goal he scored?
He scored a wonderful chip earlier on in the
Leicester.
Not the Leicester one.
Brilliant
It was just a tap in. But that's a proper striker's goal. That's instinct.
Yeah,
You
Kane
know what I
gets
mean?
them once a week.
All the
really.
time. You know what I mean? And he can be that sort of player. Just play off the shoulder. Let everyone else do the dirty work. They've got the ballers and the players now to do that.
We're all trying to figure out if, is he doing it because he's thinking, well, I'm not scoring, so I've got to do everything else? Or
Maybe.
is Arteta saying, because
Maybe it's
I
getting
don't
more
understand
involved,
why
yeah.
he's running around so much. You know what I mean? He's tackling
usually a
people and
complaint,
left back,
to be
and I'm
honest.
like, what's going
Which
on?
I rate.
I
but
rate it.
Get up the other end of the
We
pitch
didn't buy
and put
you
it in
for
the
that.
net.
We want you in the penalty area.
Listen.
Yeah.
Underrated player. Big up to Expressions. He's in the chat.
Big up.
My
Oh,
brother
big up,
X. We
big
see
up,
him
big up,
yesterday. Luda Curtis in the building. Matisse, you wallad. You better win, lol.
Yeah, I
behave,
seen on.
man, behave.
I saw on Best of Enemies when I just poked my head in. He was saying that he really wants Chelsea to win. He wants Aubameyang to score. So
of
it's good
course
to
he
have.
does.
It's good to have his allegiance there with us. You know what I mean? We
I
need
hope
all the help.
do
we
you know,
can
I
get.
hope Liverpool win as well, X. You know what I mean? Up the Scousers tomorrow.
Come on, G.
Come
We'll get
on.
onto that
Son's
later.
injured as well.
Yeah, 100%.
there's a few players
actually, we might as well play the clip of Matisse trolling.
Oh, God.
Well, it's X trolling you, actually. So let's play that
Don't know
now.
what's going
It
on.
was in midweek, and it's the perfect time to play it after X is in the stream. Good afternoon to you, brother.
Call Mattis, yeah? That pussy, oh. What you do that pussy, oh? You wanna ring me?
Oh shit! I'll ring him back.
This is gonna be
Oh
funny.
no! I hope he's. Hey!
Hold on, is this the same brother that called me on WhatsApp? Cause he ain't got no contract phone, blood.
Yeah, I was just ringing you to see how you was, mate.
Them man there using his credit for babe station calls, blood. You're
Oh, I was just checking to see you was alright.
chatting to gal that you'll never see, blood.
Oh, I was just checking that the chocolate didn't melt. The chocolate Superman didn't melt, and you're fine.
You know them way there, man ran up the bill so high, you ain't got nothing left like Ian Bill, blood.
Ex, I don't like to call my ex, bro. It's alright.
Nah, fuck that. How dare you? Don't do that, blood.
I'll see you in the knockouts.
Yeah, I'll see you, blood. Don't phone me, blood. Yeah, don't phone me until it's 90 minutes. You pussy-o.
He's too good.
Unbelievable.
Do you know what? I didn't
brilliant.
actually hear any of that when I was on the phone because he's like everything's just going so
Yeah,
quickly. I
yeah.
didn't hear any of this. So to hear,
I would never call him up and try it and
Not before the game.
No.
do you know what it is? Yeah,
Not on a
Is-
stream.
Do you know what it is? Is that everybody knows he's lyrically unstoppable.
Bro,
So
he's the
for
quickest
me,
on YouTube.
Yeah, he's the quickest. He's
out
too
there, bro.
sharp. I don't. It
His
just
brain works in
I don't know how his
different
brain
gears.
is wired because the words just flow out.
Flow.
Like I know he planned that. So I'm just taking little bits here and then. I managed to get a word in at the end about the X thing, but apart from that, Ian Billion, I didn't even hear
Nah,
that.
he ruined you, to be fair.
Absolutely ruined
He's
it.
also said in the chat, I said Matisse. No, he's failed to leave the E on the end.
Yeah,
of
he
your
doesn't.
name.
He doesn't.
He calls you Mattis.
He refuses
not
to
Matisse.
write my name out correctly. It's
Yeah.
insane. He knows exactly how to spell it as well. He just refuses to.
Very busy day yesterday. You were at DR and
Wow.
AFTV headquarters.
Yeah.
And you were on box to box with Turkish.
Yeah.
Let's see a little bit of that to whet our appetites before tomorrow.
My appreciation for what he's doing started probably with the Aubameyang situation when he was cutthroat and he said, "No, you're leaving." And you didn't even get a striker in, which I thought was an L at the time. Obviously, later on, now you get Jesus, and that's worked out really well. But the fact that he wasn't going to be dethroned or allow any player to kind of override his decisions, etc., he wanted to make it clear that he was the guy. And he'd had issues before with other players, Guendouzi, etc. But now that he's been given that time to get all of those guys out, you can see what he's trying to build. And I still, stand by what I said before. Back-to-back 8th place finishes was a massive underachievement. And at most other clubs, he would have been sacked.
But clearly they saw what he was trying to do that, you know, nobody else could really see. A lot of people, I guess, couldn't see, most of us, especially rivals. And now it's coming to fruition. And now he's overachieving massively. You know, if he keeps you guys in a title race, regardless of whether you win it or not, that's a massive overachievement. I keep saying it. The standard was go for top 4, you know, get top 4. You missed out slightly last year, go and get top 4. If you get top 4, you're sorted. But to be in this position now, come Christmas, where you're literally, you know, you're dancing at the top of the table. You're coming to Stamford Bridge, you're favourites. I'm quivering, I'm shaking.
Are we?
You are favourites. Unfortunately, I have to say it. You are favourites, you know.
Self-dead Turkish, didn't he?
I mean, I'm not wrong by saying that. I don't think. I mean, if it was roles reversed and we were top of the table going to the Emirates and they were in 5th or wherever we are, I'd be saying we're favourites. I used to say we were favourites all the time going to the Emirates with Didier Drogba. All the time.
Yeah,
because
he
we
loves
just
playing
were.
there.
So when you take into account our recent record against them, Arteta's unbeaten at the Bridge, then they're at the top. We've got a couple of players that are out that really do mess us up. Like no Reece James, that is a big blow. We've seen it with Azpilicueta. I can't say anything other than the fact that they are favourites. But hopefully that works in our favour and we actually step up and show why we should be maybe, you know, a team to be feared. But listen, they got to do it on the pitch.
Do you think you'll be ripping up your Arsenal shirt saying end the stream days? Let's get a clip of that up, please.
Don't bring that one up, please.
No, listen,
That was brilliant. That was one of the best moments.
Please
last
get a
season.
clip
It
up of that, right?
That was last season, wasn't it?
That was last
Yeah.
season.
Is that when you didn't get top 4?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Because you, I felt for you
they've
there.
come
bro.
very far.
We had 4th in our hands, threw it to them, and then they threw it back to us, and then we
you threw
gave
it back to them again.
Do you know what I said? Now inflation, I can't rip no more shirts. You know what I mean? I might have to use that as a towel or something. So I ain't
You still
ripping
got it?
Yeah, I've still got it. It's a classic. That's my pain
not
there.
anymore.
I keep it there as my pain.
It was a
Now I'm
classic.
trying to, you know, see the pleasure this year. When you were saying the combined 11, how many? I was thinking maybe Romero, Son, and Kane. If everyone,
Yeah.
if
No, I'd
everyone
agree-
else was
I-
at
I'd
full
agree
pop,
with that.
The rest of
I'd
it would have
agree
been
with
your team.
Yeah, no, I'll take that. Score predictions for tomorrow. Get your score predictions in the comments. I've gone bold. I've gone for a Liverpool win, 2-1. That's what I've gone for. Let us know what you think in the chat. But asking the panel now, let's go here first. I know who you want to win.
No,
as a former Liverpool fan as well.
Behave yourself. Yeah.
Well, listen, you got to get it in.
No, I think Liverpool are going to win. I know people will say, "Oh, you're an Arsenal fan being anti-Tottenham," but their football's been horrendous. And like Matisse is saying, I don't think it is sustainable. I think individual moments of quality are winning them games. They're fighting the way back, but with no Son, no Richarlison. I don't know if Kulusevski's back.
Injured. Oh, I think he's in training.
He's kind of
He's in
touch and
training,
go.
so
Could
they
be on
might
the
put
bench.
him in,
Yeah.
Maybe not ready.
I think Liverpool will beat them. I think you'll hit them on the break. You had a good win in the week. I'd probably go 2-1 as well, to be honest.
2-1 Liverpool?
2-1 Liverpool, yeah.
Goal scorers?
I think Nunes will bag.
Yeah?
I'll go Nunes, Salah.
Nunes
Probably
and Salah.
Kane for Spurs. It's only going to be him, really, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay.
I had a draw for this one. I just feel like it could be
Score draw?
Yeah, a 1-1 I went for. I think it could be kind of like a shut up shop kind of from Conte and a frustrating one for you guys maybe. So I think going forward, you guys are obviously quite a big threat. You know, you can see your front three. If they turn up in comparison, then, you know, especially with Tottenham's right back situation, whoever's going up against Emerson Royale, I expect them to get the better. And I wouldn't even be surprised if there's a red card in this game as well, to be honest. But I do feel like your midfield is costing you as well at the moment. It's very unpredictable and more time not very good. So and the defense as well is leaking in the Premier League. So I can't give you guys the win with the foundation of your team looking like that.
Nicky?
I think Liverpool win it. They scrape it, and what I think will happen is that Conte will go there with no attacking force and try shut up shop. But I think there's just too much quality in the Liverpool attacking lineup to. It's a goal.
Another goal
Brighton.
just before half time. Brighton get an equaliser at the Molineux, and it's Mitoma with the goal. Kaoru Mitoma. 4 goals in the first half at Molineux. Wolves really cannot stop conceding goals. They've gone ahead and now they're back level. And again, a great end almost to this half of football in the Premier League. It's Liverpool to scrape it then, you're going with?
Yeah, and I think there's just a bit too much quality from the Liverpool attack for them to be able to sustain that. you do have to worry a little bit about the midfield, but you know, with Kane dropping deep, but there's no one really to feed it to, and that's what his game is, and he's dropping deep, laying it into Son, laying it into Kulusevski. He just. It's
going to be a defensive
It's going to be a boring game, and I will not be watching that.
Really?
Then we'll see 4-4.
I'll watch it, but I'm not looking forward to it. I'm not going to lie.
Is that because you're going to be watching the DR Sports Watch Along that we have for the game tomorrow? We've got Spurs fans, we've got myself, Doyle, we've actually got Ruby on as well from the Cop TV. Looking forward to having her on. Ruby. That's going to be a wicked one. Looking forward to that. So if you're not going to watch the game, watch us instead.
Absolutely. I will be watching you instead, because I think the game will be
still being held. Apparently Fulham every
Man City!
Erling
Haaland, God!
Ivan Drago come off the bench.
I'm glad he's back, by the way. I want him to get 20 goals. I want him to get 20 goals as soon as possible. I'm glad he's back.
I just said that.
I'm so glad.
You just said that.
Do you know what? Do you know what?
No,
yeah?
I swear.
In real life time, the goal probably went in when you said that, because we're around 4 seconds behind on there.
That's crazy.
Go on.
Just out of the blue.
Mystic Nicky.
Robbie, take the ribbons off, mate.
Out of the blue. Erling Haaland.
Didn't we say that?
Put the
they're a
champagne
team
away,
even
Rob.
with 10 men.
You did say it,
They
didn't
keep
you?
the
With
ball
10
so
men.
well.
Yeah.
I bet Pep does that on a regular basis in training.
Play
You
with-
lot go down
against
to
10 men,
10,
yeah.
and keep the ball.
Yeah, just to see if they can
Deal
handle
with
it.
it,
Yeah.
Oh, VAR review at the Etihad.
Come on, he's offside.
VAR review at the Etihad. We're waiting to see if this goal stands or not. But on the 74th minute, Haaland has scored.
The
But will it
ponytail.
stand?
The ponytail's
Nope.
offside.
Checking badge.
We're not doing it.
I don't think we can do the Haaland Saturday football chili rule, because we didn't agree at the start of the show. Plus,
Facts.
Haaland wasn't playing. It was something to do
Every
with
time I
guess
come
when
here, I don't
Haaland
have to have a
scores,
chili.
And
you
if
know.
you get it wrong, you
Every
have to
time I
eat
come on
chili.
this show, we don't have to have chilies. Not every day.
Yeah, and then, yeah.
I think last 3 appearances, I've had a chili, and I would like to
Can't
rest.
take it much more.
I would like to rest.
You want to see the state of the toilets after this show downstairs, by the way. Matisse absolutely honking the gaff out after all them chilies.
Chatties.
Ponytail offside.
Do not give them any ideas.
Quick
because
off the
I
draw.
swear
Quick
They
off the
will
draw,
run
bro.
that to the walls for
And
us.
it's 1-1. The goal is disallowed.
Come on, get the
No
ribbons.
goal for Erling Haaland. Martin Keown having a bit of a chuckle.
Good
But
lad.
it's disallowed with
have one in 5
15 minutes to go. And maybe it was the ponytail offside from Lost for you to find. Who knows? Come on, Arsenal.
Ivan Drago.
Wowza.
They'll have one in 5 minutes.
Milo saying, Arsenal,
Come on, man.
Arsenal. Any stories that you can tell us about some big names that you might have bumped into along the way that we can reveal?
Oh, what? Forest?
Yeah, well, just in your footballing career. You must have loads of stories
I've
in the
seen
changing rooms and all the pranks and all that stuff.
Oh, yeah, loads of pranks.
Cutting socks
yeah,
up,
cutting
putting
out
poo
the
in.
bottom of people's shoes. And
They're just the basic ones.
yeah,
though.
yeah. I remember one time someone put a banana in the manager's exhaust pipe. But he went crazy about it. Came back in. No one admitted to it.
Really?
Yeah, yeah.
You all kept your mouth
All
shut
kept quiet. I remember one time, New Year's Eve, I went out clubbing.
in Nottingham.
Yeah, in Nottingham.
Where-
I went-
where did you go?
It was
Which
called
club?
ISIS.
Jesus,
Not the
Yeah.
best.
what a
I know
name.
where that
Do you know
was.
where that
I used
was?
to know where that
What
was.
a name.
Yeah,
What a name for a
was,
club.
It was
Yeah.
a proper ghetto club. So I
Yeah.
thought, right, if I go to a ghetto club, no one is going to know me in here. So I go in the club and I've been drinking blow. I got a game on New Year's Day. I'm thinking, take it
It's a
easy.
bit naughty, that, though.
It's a bit
Kurt.
naughty, but you know, it's lower league. It happens.
Yeah, man.
And I
What,
go.
what league was this?
This was League 2.
Okay.
So I'm at the bar getting a drink. I've had about 3 or 4, so I'm
Alright,
getting.
you're on
it.
your way.
I turn to my right, and the secretary of Mansfield is in the nightclub, and she sees me, and I'm like, I'm finished. Turned up the next day, and manager's pulled me. He's gone, you're on the bench. You're getting fined. All of that.
So she's
So
grass.
she
She's
snaked.
a grass
Yeah,
as
she
well.
snaked.
What was she
Yeah.
doing in there?
Yeah, I
though?
couldn't believe it. I was like,
Or did she get a text to say, go down there,
I
Curtis
doubt
Shaw's
it,
in there,
but she
having
knew.
Why was
having a
she
good old
sneaky?
time?
I don't know. I don't know why. I thought
That's kind of her job, though, isn't
yeah,
it?
yeah.
you
She
know,
got to look after herself. She's going to run back.
Because if she doesn't say that and you have a howler and stinking of booze the next day, the gaffer goes, what's wrong with you? You out last night?
Yeah.
And then if he says, no, I wasn't, and then she goes, you were, though, because I saw you, but I just didn't say anything.
Or she could just keep quiet and just say I wasn't there.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Or I didn't see him.
Didn't see
I'm
him.
telling you, drinking football is massive. Like, so many players.
Because you kind of came up in that era where it was still a big thing, right?
Yeah, yeah.
It's sloped off massively. But
little
tell us
bit.
about the the drinking culture around
No,
your time?
it's just like, because me growing up as a young player, I didn't really drink. And the older lads, because you'd have like the Wednesday off, so Tuesday after training, they were going straight away. They might drive to central London, Funky Buddha. Do you know what I mean?
I know
You
it.
know about that, innit?
Yeah.
And then on a Saturday after the game,
Faces and all that.
Faces, Gants Hill.
Yeah.
On a Sunday. I remember one time we was playing Wrexham away. We had a hotel and a table booked in Manchester. So like, boy, as soon as this game finishes, we all drove as well. Didn't even go on the coach. We lost the game 3-0. Right. The manager comes in the changing room. He sat down. He said a few things. He was like, "See you all tomorrow 9 o'clock training." So we're like, "Oh, the night's finished." So we drove back and we're like, "What do we do?" We said, "You know what? We'll just go." So we just.
So you were in Wrexham for the game, and you've got a table in Manchester.
We've got a table in Manchester, but we drove.
This is at Mansfield.
This is at Mansfield. So we all drove.
It's a good drive,
It's a good drive. So obviously, when he said training the next morning, everyone's like, "Oh, you can't go now because you got training the next morning." We were like, "Yeah, we will go. We just won't have the hotel. We'll drive back. We'll leave at like 6 o'clock and come back."
6 in the morning.
6 in the
Yeah,
morning,
that's a mad one.
The manager just beasted us. Just ran for like an hour and a half. That was it. Yeah.
Liverpool.
He's a big
It's
name.
over.
Oh wow, of course.
94th minute.
Typical.
Can I just say as well, just before we get the penalty, Dundee equalised against Celtic in the 87th minute.
And then Celtic
and
at 40
up.
Penalty for Man City. Then
Who's
at the
taking
end.
the
It's
whole
got to be in
day.
the
Gotta be
last
Haaland.
minute of the
That's
game.
why I didn't agree to the chili.
Haaland will probably score the winning goal with the last kick of the game.
Yeah.
You couldn't write that, could you?
Or can Fulham goalkeeper?
Yeah, you could actually.
You could write it.
You could write.
It's a goal.
Goal! There
It's
you
a
go.
goal. And it
Manchester
is
City
Erling
2,
Haaland.
Fulham 1.
Ruined
I'm
the whole
sure
day.
it's Erling Haaland. It is Erling Haaland with a goal on his return
18th
to
goal.
Premier League football.
gutted?
That's his
I
18th
am
Premier
gutted,
League
yeah.
goal of the season.
Yeah, I
isn't
am.
it?
Got a feel for Curtis Shaw.
I mean, I think he knew for sure this would happen.
Yeah, I see what you did there.
Haaland has curtailed.
Oh,
That's not bad. That
not
I
bad.
can tell you
It's
when
not
you.
Barely.
barely.
51% attendance across 3 years.
Late winners in all the games today.
Absolutely.
Yes,
Do you know what? We've
But
had some.
To be fair, look at those scores across the board. We've had an incredible
That's a
Saturday.
great- yeah.
There's a
Oh, it's
lot of
broken the
goals.
record, guys.
Has it?
This has broken the record
Yeah,
for the
it's
most
18 goals.
goals.
18 goals.
We've got 5
That
there,
last goal
3,
there just
8,
broke it.
plus 11, plus 7.
4 matches,
goals
yeah, we
in
didn't.
4 games,
Yeah.
boys.
Because I was coming here thinking 4 games. This could be a quiet show.
We've had one game before.
Mate, this is yeah. We've had one
Sometimes we
game
don't have
before.
any games.
Yeah. This has actually been, and I'll say this on record, this has been in the top 3 Saturday football shows we've done so far.